Yeah, they really tried to knock me down, but they didn't knock me down. I've been through some ups and downs, but I still keep my smile. I'ma make my mama proud. I'm a king, I'ma rock my crown. Peace, life, and love. You're here with your host, Brotha Peace, and we're here with another episode of Peace TV. We're here in Oakland, California at Lake Merritt, and it's a beautiful, sunny, high vibrational day. And I'm with a beautiful goddess, and I'm going to let her introduce herself to the platform today.
Peace, peace. My name is Ayala, but I go by Ajay. I'm really big on peace, health, wellness, mindfulness, authenticity. Really, I'm just here to walk in a godly path and express the love that the Most High has blessed me with. So, yeah, I'm blessed to be here. I'm grateful for this.
Give thanks, sister. It's an honor to connect with you and to have you on the platform for the first time. Give thanks to your resonance of peace and mindfulness and just higher vibrations, and that's what we promote here on this platform. And I'm looking to get some of your perspective today and share some of your peaceful vibrations. So I would like to see from your consciousness and your perspective on your journey, how do you see peace? What does peace look like to you? How would you define peace?
Okay, so peace to me is freedom. Being able to experience a deep sense of authenticity and liberation, not only with myself, but with other people and the world that's around me. Also being able to cultivate using my feminine energy, that's peace to me. Being able to stick to my beliefs, my core values, and what I believe in without feeling like I can't because of societal expectations of how something is supposed to look, or how something is supposed to go. So really just being able to express myself in the most authentic ways without altering or trying to put on a facade to fit in with the worldly views of what something is supposed to look like. And when I really think about peace, it takes me back to like when I wasn't, and the things that I was doing and the type of lifestyle that I was living. And it was like I was around like low vibrational people. I was listening to low vibrational music. I wasn't consuming foods that was giving me life. I wasn't tapping in with nature. And so like transforming, I'm actually able to feel what that is, because I used to think it was something that was tangible, but it's not something that's tangible. It's a feeling that you have to find within, not from other people. So being able to tap in with that, for sure. And then peace also is having community, like-minded individuals who want to grow, who want to evolve, who want to work together to make this world a better place, and who want to just be creative. Peace to me is also creativity, being able to tap in with myself and see what I'm passionate about, not just utilizing the limited resources that they have given us and that they have taught us growing up and going to school and stuff like that. Being able to just feel fulfilled while living, not just surviving, but experiencing the greatness that's around us, the abundance that's around us right now. And also just stillness and being able to be in my own presence without judging myself, just having acceptance, knowing that all good things are happening for me, because I used to view things as they were happening to me. But when I changed my perspective about what darkness really is and how you can use it to alchemize and cultivate what you really want or what you really desire for yourself, it brought me a deep, deep sense of peace, because now when something does occur and it's not to my liking, I can take that and I can take those pieces and make peace out of it, or I can take those tragedies and turn it into a trophy. And that's peace, just knowing that everything is happening for me, walking in my true authentic self and just tapping in with the things that really resonate with me, and staying on a high vibration at all times.
Yes, that's vital. Give thanks to this very wise sister right here, sharing a lot of wisdom and truth and peace. I resonate with a lot that you shared, and you touched on many different layers that connect to the vibration of peace, and shared a lot of great examples. And I would like to get some of your go-to peaceful practices. Whenever you're not at the highest vibration, you might be feeling low, you might be having a bad day. How do you transmute that energy? What are some go-to routines or rituals or practices that you tap into to activate that inner peace, to ground yourself, to center yourself?
So when I am feeling that way, I always try to focus on what I'm feeling and what I need in that moment. But for the most part, I do prioritize moving my body. I do a lot of yoga. I believe that trauma and energy can be stored inside of the body, in the hips, especially in the lower back. And so many people actually struggle with lower back pains or hip problems and things like that as they get older. But it's all really, one, because you're not moving your body, but two, because there's energy stored there that you need to release. So I do move my body. Something else is I make sure that I'm putting lively foods in my body and I'm staying hydrated. Because when I feel good, I perform good and I attract good and I feel more in a space to be able to receive. And something that's actually really, really helped me is going vegan, actually. I really don't even like to call it vegan because I'm plant-based. I don't really do a whole lot of processed foods. So putting life into my body, making sure that there's life around me as well, and being around high vibrational people, and then learning how to tap into spaces, creative spaces, because sometimes really what we're missing nowadays is like tapping into things that fulfill us, not just like working and constantly going and being in survival mode. So being able to get out of that and tap into creativity, that helps me as well. Something else is being out in nature. When I'm out in nature, I can think, I can hear, I can see. And sometimes not even with my physical eyes, I can close my eyes and I can still see. And I think that's powerful in itself because that's how we create what we want in our reality, by being able to use the eye, by being able to use the eye. So I do that as well. What? Yeah. I think that's for the most part some things that I do to when my energy is low to make sure that I maintain a high vibration at all times.
Yes, I give thanks to the Most High. Keeping a high vibration is a great way to live in harmony with thyself and then living in harmony with the higher vibrational things. And give thanks for you touching on some of those elements that you tap into to raise your frequency when necessary, and just touching on that just to share with brothers and sisters on your journeys, like, just want to remind you that the power is within you. You have the power to govern your vibration. So just wanted to remind our brothers and sisters that, you always take control of, what's going on within your being and your frequency, and always do that self-observation, self-analyzing, and just observing yourself and peeping where you at, and peeping what's necessary and what you may need to shift,
I would love to share one more thing too.
Oh, yes, you can definitely share, sister.
Yeah. One other thing that has helped me and that still does help me is psychedelic mushrooms. It's a sensitive topic to touch on sometimes, but at this point, I'm walking in my truth and authenticity. And if it resonates with you, then it resonates. But psychedelic mushrooms, it has a large misconception of what it is, and people view it as a drug, but it's actually a medicine, and it's healing, and it has helped me heal. But I think the misconception about it is that you can consume them and then everything will go away, but that's just a boost for you. You actually still have to put the work in and take the knowledge that the mushrooms are giving you to heal yourself, because you're the only person that can heal yourself. You are the only entity that can heal yourself. And for the ones who don't know what psychedelics in general are, psychedelic mushrooms, because that's the only psychedelic that I consume personally. They have psychoactive compounds in them, and they help rebuild brain neurons, which help with like transmuting or transmitting energy or information to the mind and through the body, and it helps bring awareness. It helps with your consciousness. And it's just really helped me recognize who I am. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Psychedelic mushrooms for sure. And it's also helped me change my perspective on the world, because sometimes we can get so consumed on what's put in front of our faces, and we can just go with that instead of creating our own reality ourselves. So that has taught me to tap into myself, and any information that's given to me, to meditate on it and make sure that it resonates with me before I just give it an okay. So psychedelic mushrooms for sure, I highly recommend them, but it's not something that I do just to get high, and it's nothing like weed. It's not the same highness. So yeah, psychedelic mushrooms for sure.
Hey, that's that much love right there. I'm a big advocate for psychedelics, and psychedelics help change my life as well, and help me raise my vibration, tap in deeper with myself, and as you said, help me heal. And I would say it's a great tool that we can utilize on our journey, definitely if we want to dive deeper into ourselves and do some internal cleaning, do some releasing. They help me dive deeper into my emotions as a man. Growing up on my journey, I wasn't properly taught how to manage or deal with my emotions. So a lot of brothers out here have don't have the highest emotional intelligence, so I had to learn how to really embrace my emotions, cultivate my emotions, and release, and be present and sit with my emotions. And mushrooms really bring things to the forefront that's deep in the depths of your being, of your soul, you know what I'm saying, and brings things to the surface and allows you to have different ways of processing and facing and dealing with and releasing. And a lot of times we have a lot of trouble as people releasing some of our blockages, our internal struggles, so mushrooms can really get to the root of things. They come from the roots of the earth, so that's the mycelium network. So if you really want to get to the roots of, your suffering, your internal pain and your struggles, mushrooms can really help clean that up and help you with getting the boost and raising your vibration. Just like Mario in the game, he tapping with the mushroom, he get a power up, he get a level up. So like she said, it gives you a boost in the height and heightened awareness of to see what you're dealing with, but you can't just depend on that. You have to actually do that internal work and be intentional with without the mushroom to still do the work and want to still make those transitions and transformations. So I would say mushrooms is a part of tapping into your wellness, because it helps support your mental wellness. If you're dealing with a lot of mental fog, a lot of mental challenges and stuff like that, it can really help clear that up. And like she said, rewire your brain neurons and things of that nature. When it comes to your wellness journey, I would like to get some of your, hear some of your experience and what moves you to get into the space of embracing more of your wellness.
Yeah, so I used to be in environments with people who didn't really prioritize their health and their wellness. It was very low vibrational energy. I felt like it was sucking the energy out of me. I didn't know who I was. I had no self-awareness. Honestly, I didn't even know what peace was at the time. I never experienced peace or even thought that I can reach peace. So I had went through a transition in my life. And after that, I wanted to do better for myself. I wanted to get to know who I was. And I seen certain elderly people in my family that wish that they were able to do certain things and tap into themselves. And I recognize that I'm blessed and I have the opportunity to do that, and I have a long life to live. So the first thing that I did was I started taking accountability, and I started accepting some of the decisions that I made, and embracing everything, embracing who I am, embracing my future self, who I was in the past, recognizing that inner child that was suffering. And what was the question again? I'm sorry.
What moved you to embrace your wellness journey?
Okay, what embraced me to move? Really just, wanted to get to know myself and tap more into myself and my creativity. I really wanted to get back to who I was as a child. I was so free. I was so creative. I said what I wanted to say. There was no limitations. I didn't have any fear. Of course, until limitations started to be put on me and I was told to sit down and to be quiet and not to do this and not to do that. But it was really, really to tap back into my inner child and to get to know myself mainly, yeah. And then also, I really want to live a full life. Like, it's a gift to be here, and as long as I'm here, I want to make sure that I'm doing my part by being healthy, by staying connected with the Most High, by keeping my vibrations high. And I want to experience, because I was in survival mode for so long, and it created a lot of stress, a lot of doubt, and so it's just been important to me to just be intentional and stay tapped in with myself and recognize when the Most High is telling me to make a move, or it's telling me to tap in, or it's telling me to be still and to just listen. So that's how I did that.
Well, shout out to your wellness journey. We definitely want to advocate for our wellness and making sure that we're just touching on that and encouraging others to honor that, because your health is your wealth, and you want longevity and you want to live a life full of wellness and fullness, so we definitely want to just touch on more vibes around that. How did you get into your spiritual journey, or how is your spiritual journey going, if you would like to touch on that?
My spiritual journey started with mushrooms, psychedelic mushrooms. That's how I gained awareness that I even had a spirit. I mean, I've always heard spirit, mind, body, soul, but I never really knew what that was. I just thought it was this physical world, and this is just it. There's no better purpose. So the psychedelic mushrooms is what helped me tap into my spirituality. And from there, I started doing certain practices like meditating, yoga. I started journaling more. That's a huge part of my spiritual journey, is journaling. And it's going really well. I feel like because I've been intentional about this journey, because it is a constant journey, and it's you're always gonna have to do the work, the shadow work for sure. So I feel like just because I've been intentional with that, I've been able to cultivate the experience the experiences that I would like to experience in life. I've been able to meet like-minded people. I've been able to attract certain things that resonate with me. And that's like I feel like that's the highlight of my spiritual journey. Because I tapped into my true, authentic self, I can create and attract and receive things that are truly, truly meant for me and that resonate with me. And I encourage everybody to tap into that, because it's not just about the physical. It's so much more than just the physical. And if you can take your power back and take your control back, and reprogram your mind, because that's another thing I did, reprogram my mind by doing affirmations every morning, getting in the mirror, telling myself I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm resilient, I can conquer anything, I can do whatever it is, I can achieve, I'm worthy of whatever it is, basically. So just tapping into certain spiritual practices and things like that has been a big part of my spiritual journey. And also just releasing fear also, because a lot of it is fear-based. And when I was in that state of being in fear, I made impulsive decisions. And then later on, I would regret them, because it wasn't, it was all fear, and it was all programming. And, you know, the enemy definitely benefits off of fear. So just being mindful of that as well. But my spiritual journey has definitely brought me to where I am now, and I can't even be more grateful, because it's all about tapping into who you truly are. And when
Royalty, we royalty, we royalty, we royalty.
Lodge laced it out.
Royalty, the ancestors spoil me. Manifesting prosperity every day of the week. Abundance always around we. I do this with my people, tapping in collectively. Ayy, got connections overseas. Locked in with some kings and queens. Ayy, from Haiti, Africa to Jamaica. We coming with these high vibrations.